This is a question I have for you guys. I like people. Some people say that jiu-jitsu is getting soft, and I kind of think it is. I think in some ways it should get softer in the sense of like, before it was like, yeah, injuries are just part of it. You deal with it. Train hard, deal with it. And I don't like those aspects of the hardness of jiu-jitsu because I think we can train smart and safe, and it can be softened that way. I do like that, but then I think because that jiu-jitsu is a recreational sport, but it's also a competitive sport. You have different mindsets from both, and they kind of like make it kind of murky of like what is the best kind of things to do, and be so like, yeah, I think it should be softer that way. But in other ways, it's kind of like almost like takes me back a little bit in the sense of like some people just hate like mouth smothers or they hate body triangle squeezes, right? But like to me, we're doing a combat sport here, and you know, it's not always going to be comfortable, and you're going to feel some pain at times. But if you don't get injured, what's the big deal? So I agree that it's getting kind of soft in the sense that way, but again, it's kind of influenced by the recreational people what they want, but then like the hardness where it's too hard is kind of influenced by the competitive people and what they want. So I think we need to strike a better balance, and almost like, yeah, I feel weird saying that, but like people just kind of toughen up a little bit in the sense of like it's not a big deal if someone gets you in like a wrist lock or whatever it is. I think complaining about that kind of stuff is a little bit soft in the wrong ways, the way I don't like jiu-jitsu to go. Because I've trained for a long time, done like wrestled in my time, only like a year of wrestling, but done MMA too. And wrestling and MMA are way more like hardcore, less soft, and I like that mentality more. Yeah, what are your? I don't know if I'm making sense. What do you
Yeah,
guys think?
I think that it depends on your audience. Like if I'm rolling a 50-year-old recreational guy, I'm not going to mouse smother them and or heel hook them or wrist lock them. I'm just going to do the basic bread and butter stuff. But if I'm rolling a competitor or a buddy of mine, I'm going to smother the shit out of him, body triangle him until he shits himself. Because it's all good fun when you're rolling your good buddy. But if you're rolling just a guy you barely know, I'm not going to do like what's considered dick moves.
Yeah, see, I'm the same way, but like I feel like we're like that because of societal, well, not societal, but kind of like the standard set in jiu-jitsu to not want to look like a dick, right? But like I don't think that these things should make you look like a dick. Like, why can't I wrist lock a 50-year-old, or why can't I slowly put on a wrist lock on a 50-year-old or 60 or whatever it is? You know what I mean? Like, why can't I do the same submissions? Like, we're doing a combat sport. I'm not hurting you. Like, I shouldn't do anything that hurts you. But yeah, I just don't do these things because they're just considered not nice. But I don't really think that they're not nice. I think that they're fine.
If you throw them on so controlled and slowly, like when you get me in an arm bar, which is every time we roll, you give me that second to adjust to see if I can escape. And I think it almost, to me, it seems like you're like evaluating my jujitsu, how good I am, how bad I am. And you give me a second to see if I can get out, and then you finish the armbar 99.9% of the times. So yeah, you're never been a dick to me. I don't care what you do for jujitsu. Like you've smothered my mouth before. You've done all that stuff. It's all good fun.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And like, yeah, what do you think, Joey? Do you think jiu-jitsu is getting a little soft, or yeah, what do you think?
Uh, I definitely do. I don't know if it's a bad thing or a good thing. Like, like kind of what we said earlier, though. Like, I don't think there are dick moves. I think it's dick speeds and dick intensities. So like, I'll wrist lock a 50-year-old. I'll smother a 50-year-old in my gym. I don't care. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm going to go slow and controlled. And for an average like recreational guy who's just in wants to learn a little skill, like I'm going to make sure the intensity stays low. I don't think any moves are off limits, but I think it's the intensity. But if I have like, I've got one of my competitors, he's a young guy, pretty athletic, pretty good blue belt actually, wants to do the ADCC Open in Vancouver coming up in a couple months here. So when we roll, like it's intense. Like, if you turn your back to me, like I'm going to pick you up and I'm going to mat return you and I'm going to try and put you through the floor. It's not going to be like oh, let me just gently, slowly bring you down to the ground. Because if you're competing, someone's going to do that to you in a competition. And I think it's really important for competitors, like whether it's jiu-jitsu, MMA, you have to experience the intensity that you're going to experience in a competition. Because I've seen guys who, maybe it's their first competition and they train really fun in the gym and they have a good time. And then when someone does, take a collar tie, let's say a nogi, and it's not like a gentle grip, like they smack the back of your head, you can kind of see it in some people's eyes where they're like, oh, I wasn't prepared for this and I don't know what to do. Like this is way more intense and physical than I'm used to. And if you want to compete, you have to be used to that. Like one example is like when we do like knee slide passing, like with my recreational guys, when I knee slide pass, like I'll go chest to chest and we'll slide through and it'll be like, I'll get the pass. It'll be, a tight pass. But when I'm rolling with my competitor, I'm going to stick my head in your neck and I'm going to drive it in there until you let me have my pass. Like I'm not going to do this where it's like, oh, I, did a nice gentle pass and earned it. You're going to give me the pass because I'm going to make you so uncomfortable that you just want me out of your guard.
Yeah, it's a great example of that is like I do the same thing. Like I'll often like frame on like Alex, for example, brown belt, a beast at our gym. He's like 200 pounds, strong dude, tough dude. I'll frame. He's on top. I'm framing with my forearm or often like my elbow into his neck when he's trying to drive down into me. And it probably doesn't feel good when I'm driving my elbow into his neck, but it deters him from trying to drop his weight on me. And I'm not hurting him, because he can just relieve the pressure by not trying to drive into me, right? But like I wouldn't do that to someone that's a more recreational. But like, but I only don't do it because it's considered not nice. But in reality, we're doing a combat sport, and if you feel a little bit of pain, there's things you can do to not feel it, like relieve the pressure or tap if you need to, right? So I think it's really similar to, like Muay Thai, sparring Muay Thai. Like we always go light to the head here. We go, pretty light with everything. But like if I throw a leg kick and it's not at 100% power and it hurts your leg, well, we're sparring. We're doing a fighting sport. You're going to feel some pain, right? I'm not doing any damage to you. I'm not throwing with ill intent. I'm not going too hard, but you didn't check the kick and kicks hurt. That's just reality. Or if I do like a light, body shot to someone and they weren't expecting it, it's the shots that don't hurt it's the shots you don't see that hurt the most. So if you get hit in the liver and you feel some pain, we're sparring. That's where you're going to feel. You're going to feel some pain. I didn't do it with ill intent. I didn't go hard, the 100%. I landed a good shot, well timed, like low impact, but it still hurt because that's what we're doing, right? And sometimes people like, don't really want to experience that pain. They're like have some bruises after on their leg or whatever. But it's like, guys, we're sparring. Like your head's fine. You're not injured. You just felt some pain. I feel it's the same thing with jiu-jitsu. Like it's okay to feel a little bit of pain here and there. Like I felt a lot of pain over my 10 years of jiu-jitsu. As long as it's not injury related and I can tap anytime, I can adjust. I just don't think it's a big deal. So like